Adrian Newey, the legendary mastermind behind some of Formula One's most dominant cars, is preparing to face one of the most ambitious and high-risk challenges of his career. He is set to join Aston Martin in 2025, a team that was once viewed as the next major force in F1, but has since been plagued by a series of unexpected failures, hidden issues, and a downward trajectory that caught everyone off guard. As Newey steps into this new chapter, the real question isn't just whether he can bring success to the team, but whether Aston Martin itself is even capable of overcoming its struggles. Stick with us as we explore the troubling issues behind Aston Martin's recent performance, the underlying problems threatening the AM-25, and what all of this could mean for Newey's legacy. If you're a fan of F1 drama and exclusive insights, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. This is a story you won't want to miss. Adrian Newey's track record in F1 is unparalleled, with more than 200 race wins and 26 combined drivers and constructors championships under his belt. He's been the driving force behind some of the most iconic cars in F1 history, from the dominant Williams of the 90s to McLaren's race-winning machines, and more recently, Red Bull's unbeatable cars of the 2000s and 2010s. Newey is synonymous with success, renowned for his ability to turn innovative designs into championship victories. But Aston Martin presents a whole new challenge. Unlike his previous teams, Williams, McLaren, or Red Bull, Newey is stepping into a squad that has struggled to find consistency and maintain top-tier performance amid fierce competition. The contrast is stark. While Newey has always been at the cutting edge of innovation, Aston Martin's recent history is marked by promising starts that ultimately fizzle out into mediocrity. The AM-24 serves as a perfect example of the team's ongoing difficulties. After a strong 2023 season in which Fernando Alonso secured 8 podiums and helped propel Aston Martin to third in the constructors' standings, the AM-24 was expected to build on that momentum. Early in 2024, the car showed signs of competitiveness, giving fans hope that Aston Martin could once again challenge the top teams. However, as the season progressed, the AM-24's performance began to decline, and the team found itself falling behind its rivals. By mid-season, it became clear that the AM-24 could not match the upgraded cars of Red Bull, Ferrari, or even McLaren. The car's struggles were not just limited to race results, but were also caused by a series of underlying issues. Aerodynamic deficiencies. The AM-24 struggled with aerodynamic stability, particularly on high-speed circuits, making it difficult for drivers to extract peak performance, especially in qualifying sessions. Tire degradation. The car also had issues with tire management. While competitors like Red Bull optimized their setups for longer stints, Aston Martin's AM-24 suffered from rapid tire wear, forcing the team into less-than-ideal strategies. Ineffective upgrades. Perhaps the most significant problem was the team's failure to develop the car effectively. While rival teams introduced successful upgrades that enhanced their performance, Aston Martin's updates were often underwhelming, causing the team to stagnate while others surged ahead. By the end of the season, Aston Martin had slipped to a disappointing 5th in the constructors' standings, a sharp decline from the optimism they had at the start of 2024. The AM-24's struggles are symptomatic of a larger, long-standing issue at Aston Martin, a consistent failure in season-long development. In Formula One, where progress is relentless and standing still means falling behind, Aston Martin has repeatedly found itself unable to maintain pace with its rivals as the season progresses. A key factor in this underperformance is the team's reliance on the Mercedes wind tunnel. Although it has been a useful resource in the past, it has evident limitations. Fernando Alonso has highlighted a significant issue. The data produced by the wind tunnel often doesn't correlate with on-track performance, creating persistent challenges for the engineering team. This mismatch has resulted in costly delays and ineffective upgrades. The problem is multifaceted. Alonso himself has acknowledged some of it comes from the wind tunnel, some from our understanding at the factory, but the result is the same. We're not developing the car fast enough. This failure to adapt and evolve has made Aston Martin vulnerable to teams like McLaren, who have proven adept at improving their cars throughout a season. For Aston Martin, this is a critical issue that needs urgent attention, a problem that needs urgent action. To compete at the highest level, the team must address this development gap. With the AM-24 falling short, all eyes are now on the AM-25. This car will be pivotal, not only for the 2025 season, but also as a cornerstone for Aston Martin's 2026 campaign, which will see the introduction of new regulations and the team's new partnership with Honda engines. The AM-25 is expected to benefit from Aston Martin's new state-of-the-art wind tunnel, which is set to become operational before the 2025 season. However, the transition from Mercedes' wind tunnel to their own is likely to be a complex process, and the risk of further data correlation issues remains high. Early reports suggest that the team is already facing challenges in refining the AM-25's design. If these issues persist, the car could fail to deliver on its promise, leaving Aston Martin in an even more precarious position heading into the critical 2026 season. The challenges facing Aston Martin aren't limited to their cars. The team's internal structure has also shown signs of instability. Dan Fallows, a key technical director who previously worked with Adrian Newey at Red Bull, has already been reassigned within the organization. While this move was likely intended to make way for Newey's arrival, it underscores the volatility within Aston Martin's leadership. Former McLaren mechanic Mark Priestley has voiced doubts about whether Newey alone can turn things around. Adrian Newey is a fantastic engineer and has a brilliant mind, Priestley explained. But one individual does not guarantee success when developing a new F1 car. Shown that they struggle to maintain performance. Aston Martin has shown that they struggle to maintain performance throughout a season, and that's a big challenge to overcome. This raises a critical question. Can Aston Martin create the environment necessary for Newey to succeed, or will their structural issues hinder even the best designer in the sport? Adding another layer of complexity is Aston Martin's upcoming partnership with Honda, which will supply engines starting in 2026. While this collaboration offers an opportunity for a fresh start, it also introduces new challenges. The team will need to design a car that integrates a completely new power unit while complying with a radically different set of technical regulations. For Adrian Newey, this means juggling the immediate challenges of the AM-25 while laying the groundwork for a car that can compete under the 2026 rules. With just 2 seasons to get everything in place, the clock is ticking. Adrian Newey's move to Aston Martin was supposed to signal the beginning of a new era, but with so many challenges to overcome, the reality is far more uncertain. Can Newey turn Aston Martin into championship contenders, or will the team's systemic flaws prove too much, even for Formula One's greatest mind? The AM-25 is more than just a car. It's a test of Aston Martin's ability to compete at the highest level. And for Newey, it's a gamble that could redefine his legacy. Stay tuned, because the future of Aston Martin and the reputation of one of Formula One's most iconic figures hang in the balance. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to not miss all the latest news from the world of Formula One. See you in the next video.